So this shouldn't shock anyone, but I'm a cat person. In my home, I have 2 tortie cats. I have Kitten, who I found outside of my first apartment nearly 12 years ago, and her daughter Schrodie, who I've had for about 5. Cats have always fascinated me. I love their mischievousness. I love that they're always getting into some nonsense. Cats have a personality that's all their own. That's why individuals like the Kiffness on TikTok and also here on YouTube has got a pretty good career out of making some of their weird ramblings into songs. Now, that's not to say I don't like any other pets. I enjoy basically every type of fairly regular pet, and quite a few of the non-regular pets. So I mean, it's not that I only like cats, I just like them the best. They're apex predators, but they're like this big. Something about that's phenomenal. It also doesn't hurt that my dander allergies don't act up as much with cats as they do other animals. Like, the 2 living in my home I never have a reaction from, but if I'm around people that have multiple dogs for more than an hour, I need my inhaler and probably some Zyrtec. With that information, it shouldn't surprise anyone that when I saw a little indie game on the most recent Indie World Showcase called Little Kitty Big City, I was pretty damn stoked. Just looking at the trailer, it seemed like a fun little cozy game with mild puzzle-solving elements, and that sounds right up my alley, frankly. In the game, you play an unnamed black cat who very recently fell from their balcony window while taking a nap. Now that you're on the ground of a vaguely Japanese city, you need to find a way to get the energy to climb back up so that you can go back to sleep and see your human again. The concept itself seemed like Stray, but with just the cuteness and not any of the robots trying to kill your cat. Something about being able to play an animal and not really having to worry about whether or not it could get hurt, especially when I'd been playing a certain other animal game recently that isn't quite as harmless. So it seemed like a fun little palate cleanser to kind of put in between when I'm doing games that are, you know, a little bit more stress-inducing. This game is fun. This game is very easy to just jump in and out of. The city isn't nearly as large as what the title would make you think, but the amount of cat shenanigans that you can get into in this game are just astronomical. I thought it was Stray but cute, but it turns out it's Stray but Untitled Goose Game, but also it's just a cat mischief simulator. From pouncing on birds to knocking down people to rubbing up against people. You can sit on people's laptops to make them just type out singular letters. If you play straightforward, if you are playing just to get the end goal, it's a pretty quick game, honestly. But if you're spending a lot of time roaming around the city, dicking around, and meeting other animals, you can have quite a bit of fun and spend quite a bit of time in this cute little game. Throughout the course of the game, you make friends with various other animals, and quite a few of them give you little mini quests. From gathering feathers so that a tanuki can help you fast travel, to helping a father duck find his missing children. In addition to those animals, there's also a crow that you will very frequently run into. In the beginning of the game, the crow gives you your original goal of a fish for 30 shinies. Shinies are any of these small shiny things that humans drop on the ground. If you know anything about crows, ravens, magpies, and just corvids in general, it's a very on-brand thing for them to want. Upon obtaining your first fish, the crow does not leave. In fact, the crow will fly around and land on gotcha machines. You can then spin shinies to get wearable hats. Why? Because hats look cute on cats. That's really all there is to it. Did I mention there's a dedicated meow button?
Game of the Year in 2024.
Essentially, the point of the game is to find a certain amount of fish so that you can climb the ivy on the side of your building back up to your window. The fish give you stamina points, and the stamina points work very similarly to the stamina wheel in Breath of the Wild. And I mean, that's really it. It's pretty much a sandbox cat simulator that you can choose to fly through or to just kind of enjoy and take your leisurely time. I'm not gonna lie, there's been days in the past month where if I had a particularly bad day, I would just turn this game on, run around, and knock people down to steal the bread from their sandwiches. Some people get catharsis from doing crimes in GTA. I just want to steal people's sandwiches, man. As far as visuals go, the game isn't exactly the most complicated. I mean, it's an indie game that is on the Switch, so it's not ever going to be something like Helldivers 2, for example. But at the same time, it looks very pretty. The animal movements especially, particularly the cats, are done so well. You can tell a lot was done to make sure that these movements were just one for one. I particularly like the minimalist way that the people are done. Like, they have faces, but they don't really need all the structured facial expressions because you're a cat. You're not going to speak to the humans. You're going to speak to the other animals. In addition to side quests and your main goal, there are a bunch of little small goals that you can kind of obtain. One is there are nap spots hidden throughout the city. You'll see them sparkling, and they are the perfect places for a cat to just take a little nap. There are a number of boxes throughout the city that you need to just hop into because you're a cat. Why wouldn't you? Completing these optional goals, as well as the side quests, will often earn you not only shinies and additional hats, but emotes that you can use. Not unlike Animal Crossing, but these ones are all cat specific. Doing a big stretch, you know, all of the things that cats do. Honestly, there's not a lot I can really even complain about with this game. There's maybe a few areas that was kind of buggy, but I was purposefully jumping into areas that I shouldn't have been, so I mean, that's more on me than the game itself. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's a pretty damn good time. My kids and I have had a blast playing it. It's just really fun. If you like cozy games and you like cats, this game really might be up your alley, and I do recommend giving it a try. And I mean, that's really about it. I'll see you guys next time. Be kind to each other. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment down below, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime that I post when I have the time to do that. Thanks again.